Hello, guys. Thank you to everybody who's joined in so far. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's Tier 3 as usual. Up first on track. I'm ISRL Knight, presenting to you the Tier 3 Grand Prix. We have ISRL Chris in the booth as well, who's going to be joining us very, very shortly to help me out with co-commentary. And as we're getting started here, no times set. I'm sure ISRL X will be very happy to know that we've tuned in this early in the session. And as we saw him and Cozy getting a bit of a, no, you go first. No, you go first. And then they seem to figure that out. It's Cozy up ahead. About to go on their first lap. Yeah, round 15, the season's rounding to its end, or not rounding, but coming to its end. And we've got quite the exciting track here. This circuit, good track to bring us closer towards the end. We have three races left after that, and they're going to be some pretty good ones, as next week we are in Monza, Italy for the Italian Grand Prix. We have a break week for American Thanksgiving, and then 2 races in a row to round it off: the Japanese Grand Prix and then the Brazilian Grand Prix December 6th and December 13th. So the season is getting close. Sweet Crown 19 has already clinched the Tier 1 Drivers' Championship, but in Tier 3, it's still all up for grabs. And I do have the numbers here somewhere. I'm just gonna quickly scroll up here and try to find them once more. But drivers that are mathematically still in this championship fight. There's 4 of them in Tier 3. It's Catastrophic, Aizen, and F1 Richie, and then of course the championship leader, Mivako. And Chris, I think I heard you join us back here. Are you here with us?
Yeah, hello, welcome everyone to free race here in Bahrain. Really glad to be back in the commentary booth tonight with you, Nick. So yeah, really exciting.
Yeah, so here, there's 4 people, like I mentioned, still in the championship fight. Of course, it's not looking all the super likely for all of them. There's 164 points up for grabs here. There's 4 races left in the season, which means Catastrophic, Aizen, F1 Richie, Mivako are all in. Mivako's in first at 399. F1 Richie is in second at 284, so a little bit over 100 points back. And then Aizen at 277 and Catastrophic at 237. What? Obviously, these guys got to win out this season if they want any chance at winning the championship. So, do you think F1 Richie has what it takes? Do you think he's able to put in those performances and get some wins here from here on out to the end of the season?
All what he can do is keep his head down and everything what he can get in his pay situation. But yeah, as you say that, Mivako is on first currently. But I'm actually really impressed with the time of Joseph Cozy. He's sitting on 5th with the medium tire. So he's pretty faithful. He yesterday in the practice too. And also we have to look on Aizen. Is he joining tonight? Yeah, he's on 10th place currently. He was actually the winner of yesterday's practice race. So we have really to look into it. But yeah, as you said, Richie, he's got the chance. He needs to head down and push himself out. It is absolutely really easy here in Bahrain because we have a 58% chance of overtakes per lap. So real action is confirmed. I hope so. We see it tonight or today.
Yeah, and no, like you said, Aizen has looked pretty strong these past couple races, but he's got a big gap to catch up, doesn't he? And Bahrain, it is there is some rather good overtaking places here, but it's still sector end of sector 1 and most of sector 2. You're not going to see too many moves there unless somebody forces an error, and anything other than that is basically hunting season, as there's lots of straights, there's DRS zones, so expect to see a lot of overtaking, but not everywhere. And yeah, 10 minutes left in qualifying here. It's Mivako, predictably, on pole 125.9. That's well clear of second place. And he is on the medium. So do you think the medium tire might just be the way to go here? Because that's a big gap to the car behind him.
I mean, he just changed to the medium tires. So
Is he? Okay,
he
he did
just
do it on
changed
the softs. Okay, I thought I had the right graphic pulled up.
Good,
but
good pace. Sorry to interrupt you. Good pace from one of our new Tier 3 drivers of Assassin 72. He is currently sitting on second place with a 126.5. Really impressive. So we should see a good result from him tonight.
Yeah, well, let's hope. One of our drivers who participated in our trials yesterday, and he impressed, got himself a seat. This is his first race, and so already looking strong there. P2 for Assassin in the Haas, and I'm sure Scar Logan was going to be happy that he's going to have a bit more of a consistent teammate. That second Haas seat has been a bit of a driver carousel this season. So let's hope that Assassin can fill it out for a while. We're looking at, let's take a look at Fallen Monkeys here, as he's on a hot lap.
Becker, 1194, the second new driver in Q3 is driving for the McLaren. He is on the medium tires and he gets kind of an invalid lap. So he's hopefully trying to make a new one. He got enough ERS in bags, so I hope we see a result from him really shortly.
Yeah.
Also, Benbo Gaming is disqualified in this session. I don't know what he was doing.
It is possible that I've seen some drivers just try a practice start in qualifying and get disqualified for it. So it's possible that maybe maybe he had a spin and got stuck somewhere. I didn't quite see what happened. But yeah, Benville Gaming going to be starting at the back there. Usually, I think disqualifications that we've seen qualifying are just stopping in the pit lane or something like that. So maybe just a bit of a miscue there, and not where the Williams drivers want to be. Fallen Monkeys goes 9th fastest there, so good lap time from him. F1 Richie, I'm surprised I'm not seeing him on track right now, because he's second place in the championship. He has to be out there and putting laps in and starting near the front. And maybe it's because he wants to start on the medium, so he only really has one run. He's waiting for that track to get a little bit more rubbered in. But he's got the softs fitted on the car right now in the pit lane, I think.
Becker is running up in 8th place with the medium tires. Really impressive lap time for him. He had best sector 1 time, a personal sector 2 time with the medium tires.
Ooh, Cozy goes second fastest.
Oh,
that's a very good lap time for the Red Bull.
Yeah, absolutely. So he is really paceful. I can say that. He was hunting me like the whole race yesterday.
So there's still quite a gap to the leader, but I'm sure Cozy's going to be very happy with that lap. That brings him on the front row of the grid so far. And from what I'm seeing, I mean, End of the World just set a purple sector 1, so the track is getting quicker, but in the 126s, so I rather get the feeling Cozy's going to be starting near the front of the grid.
Yeah, but he still have to wait for F1 Richie. He's still sitting in the pits and he is opting for the soft tires, but he's still sitting in the pits, so he might be teasing us in things of waiting, but he should go out pretty soon because we have 6 minutes to go in this qualifying session, so he needs to put in decent lap time at least for the top three to to get his championship chances up.
Yeah,
Also
and
catastrophic, but yeah, catastrophic is going for the strategy, but he's currently on a hot lap though.
yeah. End of the world. I thought was on a hot lap. I think he's going for it. Is he going for it right now? No, he's harvesting right now. So I don't think he improved his lap time because he's still P4. Oh, we have in our chat Bembo Gaming. I think he actually got disconnected. So not sure how he got disqualified there. The AI must have done something with that car, and he's going to be starting at the back. Bembo, if you need another invite into the session, let us know. Oh, there you go. I just see that you've joined, so we should be good. Oh, Catastrophic. Now, this is something notable. Catastrophic has qualified. And we've gotten rather accustomed to seeing him start in the back of the grid on purpose there, in usually opting not to qualify and starting in that bottom 5, sometimes as far back as dead last. And now he's P8 after a solid qualifying lap. He puts in a 126.8. Who is that I saw go up? That's Scar Logan, goes up into second place, 126.0. D-Morts as well, quite far up the grid with a 126.3.
Yeah, quick update to End of the World. I think he's going into the pits because he's running out of fuel, and he exceeded the track limits also. And yeah, I think Catastrophic is might be getting a little bit nervous because we are really close to the end of the season, so he might be changed his mind. But yeah, P9 is really decent, so we know how he's doing in the races. So yeah.
Yeah, he is a very consistent driver, and he always manages to overtake most of the field starting from the back. So you'd think he must be able to do it starting it from the middle there, and with the championship closing up, he needs to be at the front as much as he can. Sorry about that. And we have... oh, I just noticed Milan asked us who was in the booth with me. It's Chris. And I'm sure you've seen him in the Discord and in our Tier 2 races. So, yeah, Chris is going to be racing, you're going to be racing later today. And now, obviously, I think you've done some practice for this racetrack, which means you probably are a little bit familiar with the tire strat that we're going to be seeing here. Personally, for you, what's going to be the choice for these drivers today?
Bahrain is... it's gonna be hard to find the right strategy. Most likely, if you start with one soft tire, you most likely have two choices. Whether you go to the hard tires, but you have to change for a second pit stop. Yeah, most likely to the soft tires as well. So soft, hard, soft, or you going for two stars strategy like soft, medium, medium.
Yeah,
but
personally, for me, I think that's the one I'm gonna go with, because I've seen that you can maybe, just maybe, do a soft medium if you're really good with tire wear, but you're very much not competitive for the last 3-4 laps of each stint on those tires. So it's really more of a you can maybe pull that off if there's a safety car at just the right moment for you, and you can extend those soft tires just a couple of laps so that you only have to pit once more in the race. But definitely going to be interesting to see what these drivers choose. But like you said, I think we're going to see a lot of 2 stops today, and the pit strategy is going to play a very important role in this race. Bakker, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know it's a yet another Dutch name for ISRL. We're getting quite a lot of Dutch drivers in the league. But interestingly enough, despite Tier 2 having like 6 Dutch drivers and Tier 1 having quite a few, he's the only Dutch driver in Tier 3, and he goes 3rd fastest. And I heard you mention Chilmo right before. Chilmo going 4th fastest right ahead of him on the racetrack.
Really impressive from him. Really nice pace. And we forgot to mention that Scarlo is...
Oh, and ISRL X, sorry to interrupt. Oh yeah, Scarlet not only isn't first, he improves. ISRL X goes P3, and two Alfa Romeos in the two front rows. The two teammates going to be starting on opposite sides of the grid, basically. That's a great lap for him.
And Richie is not going to set a lap time in this qualifying session. So it might be playing in his cards if it comes to tire strategy, because tire strategy is really important here in Bahrain. About the tire wheel is really huge. So back to this tire strategy. You need to drive most likely with the softer compound tire, because you have so many difference between the soft and the medium tire. And yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't need to mention if you're starting with the hard tires or you're going to the hard tires for your second stint, it would be really time wasting, especially here in Bahrain. So it's
Well,
the only circuit you have really to think about tire strategy.
yeah, the problem with the hard tires here isn't that they're necessarily bad. Oh, I think Astunik actually just got in there right before the timer ran out, so he's going to get another lap. Is that? But it's for real. The hard tires is that they just take so long to really get into their own and have enough grip that you can set competitive lap times with. Mivako's actually on a hot lap. He's at a fastest sector 2. He's 3/10 up on his time, and if you can keep that up, it's gonna be pole position for Mivako. Scar Logan's sitting on the front row right now, or on the pole position. Mivako's on the front row with him, and rounding the final corner now. Mivako opening up that DRS slot. Now it's pedal to the metal all the way to the line. It's going to be P1 with a 125.5. That's .2 clear of Scar Logan. And great lap for the Alfa Romeo, the championship leader, getting himself back up into P1. And I think that's just making the case for Mivako for Tier 2 promotion for next season. Of course, as the champion, he's going to be looked at for that. But I think that's going to be a driver adding his talent to the likes of the Tier 2 grid. And what do you think? Do you think he's going to be able to go out next year if he does join Tier 2, be competitive right away?
I think so. He is really a consistent driver. Also to mention, X is sitting on third with 126.0. Really impressive time from him. Joseph on fourth. Our new driver sitting on fifth and eighth position right now. So good start from those drivers. So yeah, about Mivako, I really see a good pace from him. If he is keeping time penalties as low as possible, then he would be sitting for sure in the top 10s.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of comments here. He's on the mediums, but guys, Aizen is a little bit far down the order, and there's a lot of guys ahead of him that are also going to get free tire choice. Estunik, Krago, Fallen Monkeys, Joe, Dimaz, and Aizen all the way down. They're all going to get free tire choice. Aizen, the only one opting to qualify on the mediums. Which does mean he has one less pair of them for the race. But interesting, we're going to see what we're going to get in terms of tire choice. In terms of qualifying, it's Mivako, Scar Logan, ISRL X, Cozy, Bacher, Chilmo, D-Morts, Assassin, End of the World, Catastrophic, Asunik, Krago, Monkeys, J.O.D. Maz, and I missed the guys behind, but we got a couple more guys, including F1 Richie, who did not qualify, I think. So he's going to have some overtaking to do during the race. Hartman says, I'm alive. What a morning. I don't think he made it. Did he make it into the session on time? I don't see his name here.
Yeah, Hartman Esports is on the list, but he also didn't set a time yet. Like
Oh yeah, there he is, all the way at the
F1
bottom. So he did just get in on time.
There's actually three or four drivers didn't set a time.
Happy to know Hartman got in on time. We were missing him when the qualifying session started, so he's he's here. He got that car on the grid quick enough to make the start of the Grand Prix, and that means we got a full grid for this race. A lot of cars that are going to be going into turn one, and it's easy to get quite chaotic, especially such a sharp turn in turn one. And for these guys, how do you stay clean, and how do you make sure that you're not damaging that car?
Uh, first and second turn in lap one would be really crucial. You have a lot of place in turn one and two, but with 3 or 4 cars beside you, it would be really, yeah, exciting
It's
to see
it's
for us
not
commentators.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to see guys having to go wide around the outside here in turn one, because you can easily, if you can get your car around your opponent, if you can get your front wing there on the inside of the next turn, which is turn two, you can kind of get a little switchback going. Like you can go around him and then try to stick your nose in there in time. It's a risky one, but I think we might see some drivers attempting it today, as it's one of the better overtaking spots on this circuit. 15 corners around here, 3 DRS zones. So, a lot of a lap at full throttle, which means generally a bit more fuel consumption. And for these guys, do you think we're going to see a mix of fuel strategies? I know some guys are going to overfuel their car here, and so we might see some otherwise well-qualified cars kind of falling down the grid. But yeah, let's work our way up from the grid here. So Hartman's going to be starting in last. He's a little bit up the grid. Something happened there. Bembo Gaming in P19. F1 Richie's got a lot of overtaking to do if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. And if not his championship hopes, he needs to at least secure second place, and he's very far back right now. The deck, Extreme Pascal, and Aizen. We covered the rest a little bit earlier there. But some guys at the back that I think are going to be doing a lot of overtaking today. Aizen is one of them. I think Asunik and Krago are going to be working their way up the grid quite well as well. Do you have a dark horse prediction really quickly before we get our lights out?
It's gonna be a tough race for Funucci and that there, both of them starting with the hard compound tire. So we really should take a look on those guys. What are they pretending for?
Yeah, it looks like everyone outside of the top 10 except for the deck and F1 Richie went on the medium. So we got 10 softs qualified on, so they're going to wear out rather quickly. And then 6 medium tire runners, 2 hard tire runners, and then 2 more medium tires. So a bit of a varied choice here, but medium tires seems to be the way to go for these guys. Predicted piss-off strategy, at least for the guys on the soft tires at the front there. You can see 2 stop for both, and I think we're just waiting for Bembo to connect here, and I think Aizen as well, but that's because of Bembo. There you go. So he's going to disconnect, and we're going to get our lights out, and it's 4, it's 5. And in Bahrain, they're off, and it looked to be a good start from Mivako, a good start from Ix as well. Looks like Scar Logan had a bit of wheel spin. We're seeing them shuffle around, fighting for position in the back. It's clean into turn 1. Mivako in first. Ix getting past Scar Logan in second. And it looks like Chilmo holding on to fourth. Be careful there. It's a bit dusty. Cozy with a good start. Bacher as well. He's still holding position in P6. Looks like they almost all made it through, but the Mercedes, I think, have had some trouble. They've fallen down the order here, and right off the bat, looks like we're getting away. No damage for most of the cars, but Monkeys and Joe Team, I think, may have come into each other because they've fallen way down. Did you see what happened?
Not exactly, but I noticed that we have 2 alphas in 1 and 2nd place, and really good start for which he's already up to 15th place.
Yeah, F1 Richie already up into P15, so he's making good work already. I'm very surprised with ISRL X's start, because not only did he qualify way faster than we usually see him, he's holding on to that position. He's staying right close to his teammate. So great start from him. Scar Logan down a position from the start. Chill Mo's going to have some defending to do against Bakker. And oh, look at that. Oh, Bakker having a look down the inside. Mo having none of that. Closing the door on him, and now it's going to be Bakker down the straightaway. Getting a better exit there. D-Morts as well right behind them. And oh, we're getting a bit of a glitch here in the scoreboard. Cozy has fallen down into 9th, so I think he might have had a bit of a moment there on one of those curbs. Curbs notoriously high here. It's very easy to get beached on a couple of them. A couple more, it's very easy to spin out. And I just want to make sure, yeah, it is Mivako still in first, but is that right? Scar Logan got right past ISRL X. He's right behind Mivako now, and only, oh man, this whole thing is messed up here. Oh, we got a Bambo Gaming is around. Oh no, it's Extreme Pascal who's around. So one of the Williams having a bit of a moment there, spinning around. Looks like he got back going.
He spun in the left turn in second two. He spun out, but it looks like he don't have any damage. So he he catches his car really well, but he spun out and he's sitting 15 right now.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of guys, I think, struggling with maybe just early tire temps, getting those tires to work, and falling down the order there. As Bembo continues to struggle with connection here, so unfortunate for him. But yeah,
as you said about tire temperature, it looks like Mivako got a little bit trouble with his tires.
Cozy getting past Chilmoso. Okay, Cozy's back in 5th where he belongs, so it must have been just a scoreboard glitch that put him in 9th earlier. Oh, and that's very close between the two sister teams. And right behind them, there's action too, as End of the World and Passassin are looking ready to pounce. Cozy up into 5th position. Very well done for him. Chilmo now is going to have to defend from the Renault of End of the World, from the Haas of Assassin, and from behind them, the Racing Point of Catastrophic. The big battle developing here in the midfield already. And let's look at the tire strats here. Okay, they are all on the softs. Craigo 2.9 seconds behind them, the first runner on the medium tires, or it's Aizen now actually, as they get switched around. And Aizen, I think he's just going around the outside there of turn 8 and into turn 9 and turn 10 they go. Aizen's going to keep that position. Look back here at Bakker, who's closing in on Ix, who's falling into 3rd, still holding on to that podium position here. And doing good so far in his first race.
Yeah, absolutely. He had like 7/10 behind X, but yeah, you can, especially with the soft tires, you can actually go for 6 or 7 laps. So it would be really cool, as we see End of the World is now passing Chilmo on the start-finish line. And
yeah, we see that in the background there. Ooh, getting a little bit pushed wide. They're going wheel to wheel though, and looks like, oh, Mo just having to back out of that one, as Assassin was far enough ahead to make the move stick. And now it's Mo falling down the order. He's all the way down into P8 now, and Catastrophic having a bit of a glimpse there. He's going to have another one down the inside of that corner. He's going to get better acceleration. It's going to be Chill Mo, and Catastrophic's going to have to slot in behind. But some good battling really early here, and I'm very impressed with how clean these guys have kept it. We haven't seen damage. We haven't seen, and we've only seen some spins and some wheel-to-wheel contact. A bit of a lock up there from End of the World. Oh, and out front, we just missed this. Scar Logan getting ahead of Mivako, and now Scar Logan's going to be in the lead. Already 3/10 up, and it's just Scar Logan making those tires work so much better than Mivako, as he's already gaining half a second ahead of the former leader, ahead of the championship leader.
The medium.
Oh, who is that?
runners
That's sorry to interrupt. Catastrophic has had a spin. And he's had a spin coming out of the, what is that? That's turn 12. Yeah, right in front of turn 13. Did he damage that front wing?
It looks like he get out without damage, but yeah, this corner is you have to keep your car away from the
Yeah, Mivako getting past Scarlogan again down the straight there. Seems like every time these two are battling, something else happens too. And Mivako back out in front with the DRS assistant, and seems like that these guys with the straights that we have here, they're just swapping positions. ISRL Esports doing a good job staying close behind, 2.9 seconds in third place. And then Bakker feeling the pressure from Cozy here.
Hazen is starting to, or he was starting to run down the soft runners earlier, but now looks, or it actually looks like he's really close to end of the world now.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at Bakker getting close to Ix, but Cozy's getting close to Bakker. And it's going to be Cozy having a peek down the inside. Oh, that's a very fair move there. Lots of room given by Bakker. That's a lot of respect. You don't normally get that around there. Oh, Ix has had a moment. He's kept it out of the wall.
Oh, no.
But he's going to get that back on track. Oh, he's lost a lot of positions. And Ix is going to be all the way down into 10th. Oh, he's had another spin as he taps Stunik as they just... he was going so much slower than the rest of the field. And on the apex of that corner, not really anywhere to go. And now Ix all the way down into 14th. I'm sure that's not that's not a happy driver behind the wheel of that car.
I think he
and again, sorry, Scarlogan has got past Mivako again when something else has happened.
Ix need to go. Yeah, he's going into the pit right now, so it makes no sense to.
Oh, picks up a speeding in the pit lane penalty for good measure.
Oh.
And no, that's not how Ix wanted his race to go. Let's take a look at our chat here. It looks like Jaron Visser saying A's and Goat start Benbow Gaming. Sorry about my internet. It's all good, man. It happens sometimes. It's not like it's a consistent thing. So just I mean, you're still in 16th, so.
So yeah. We have two Ferraris on 8 and 9. So Richie is doing really good on 9th position with his hard tires. He is yes. 8 in front of Stunik, so he's doing really great.
Yeah, a couple of commenters have pointed this one out. A's in P6, so wonderful start for him. Oh no, and did I? Okay, I thought I just jinxed it. I mean, it still sucks. It's his teammate, but I really thought I had just jinxed A's in the moment I spoke about him, and we've got a safety car. Oh, and that's going to change everything. Scarlogan's going to dive into the pits, and that's perfectly positioned for him. He was coming around the final corner when the safety car came out, and he gets to dive into the pits, get that change of tires, and you know who this is going to help most? Azen, getting promoted into P1.
I didn't notice any incident.
Bakker had a big spin coming out of turn 12, hit the wall. He had no more front wing, and I think so. We just got a safety car for debris here, as probably a little bit showered the track as he slid back on. And yeah, rip front wing is right. Says a Dutch name that I'm still unsure how to pronounce, Koen Nischkamp or something like that. I'm really, if you give me a pronunciation, I'll try to learn it, but I know I'm gonna butcher it anyways.
So Becker is our first victim with actually damage on his car, and he is giving us a safety car. Really great. So Azen,
Chilmo getting
which is on second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is certainly a big shakeup of events. And Azen, let's look at positions gained here, because essentially they're even on pit stops. Because what has happened? I just saw that, not out of my TV, but out of the TV of Fallen Monkeys, was next to me, and Extreme Pascal and Passassin, I think, got tangled up under safety car. I just saw two cars spinning.
But for monkeys is in between. So
Oh, and
Extreme
Pissasin has
is
got front
in
wing
eight.
damage. Oh, that's absolutely ruined his
Oh,
race.
yeah, you have to keep safety cars. So he might was sitting too close to fallen monkeys or extreme, or I don't know because there are still fallen monkeys in between them. So I don't know what they're doing.
I saw
So
both of them slide off the track on Fallen Monkeys' screen. I couldn't get there fast enough with my camera, and I think one of them was forced to cut the corner a bit,
oh.
and yeah, Assassin taking a little bit of a head start into the pits there. I mean, you can do that, I guess. He's not breaking any penalties. He's gonna lose all those positions anyways. But yeah, okay. I keep getting distracted with stuff happening. I want to see the position changes. Look at that. Aizen up 14th places. F1 Richie up 16 places. Hartman up 17 places. And these are the guys that started on the hard tires. And the mediums, actually, we got a couple medium tires in there. And
Richie actually got a huge advantage with his hard tires, so he should be on temperature. Okay, the safety car is not really helpful for the hard tires at the moment, but he's on second place with the hard tires. So he got a good advantage to keep his tires as long as possible, and then probably just probably switching to the soft near the end race for his lap time. But yeah, it is still a long way to go, so he might be go to tires like 12 or 11 laps till the finish.
yeah,
12.
and we've got quite the race shaping up here. There's 21 laps to go. We got the safety car right after that first round of pit stops, which has really put some people at a disadvantage. Sunik down in 14th. He was running in the top 10. Who else? I mean, End of the World, Krago, they were running very well in the top 5. They're all the way out of the top 10 now. Catastrophic down in P18. And unfortunately for them, I mean, yeah, I think they're going to be able to stick to the end, so they still got a bit of an advantage over the guys like like in the top 3. But as the field spreads out, these guys are going to have a lot of overtaking to do if they want to get back into that top 5 position that they were in before the safety car.
We need to look on the tire situation. Scalo is on the very soft medium tires. Ivaco is on the very soft, soft tires. Joseph is on soft tires, so they're going for a soft medium, sure. But Richie got Hartman Esports behind him with one medium tire. So good start from Ace.
Yeah, Aizen, showing us how it's done. Now, ooh, is something happened?
I thought I thought Richie was going
Yeah.
for the inside, but he thinks better of it.
I got scared that we had a car around there as these guys get back going again. I was trying to look at the championship to see
Okay.
how this would affect, how the championship race would affect these guys off to the races. It looks like the 3 that did not pit, those tires working excellent with the increased life. Oh, X has had another moment. So
Mivaco is
unfortunately,
going for Hartman.
yeah, unfortunately for him, way down at the back there, Mivako on the stop, so he's committed. Oh, big lock up there from Mivako and sliding into Hartman. I think they've managed to get away with that as he's weaving for temperature here.
I really nearly heart attack by this move. He looked up between those two left-handers there. And, yeah, he slid a little bit outside and put Hartman here out of the track limit. He did well to avoid a collision there.
Absolutely, Scar Logan in a bit of a Red Bull sandwich here as the two dark blue cars of Hartman and Cosi on either side of him as he's going to try to get through these guys if he has any chance at battling. And I think we've got a bit of a shuffling here in the back. So right on board with the Stunik, trying to make a move on Monkeys. He's going to be going around the outside of turn 1. In front of them, you see Krago trying to make a move on End of the World. It's going to be side by side, two rows of cars, and still side by side through turn 2. It's going to be End of the World getting the position on Krago. Is going to be Bakker somehow getting the position on Stunik and Monkeys, as that McLaren slipping under the under both of them, and good opportunistic move there from our rookie driver, and Stunik getting a time penalty for good measure. Back there, Mivako just got past F1 Richie. He's trying to get past Aizen, and he's going to go on the inside here. No, he's going to wait for the straight, but look how much more pace Mivako has on the soft tires compared to the worn mediums of Aizen. And I mean, Mivako has to pit again, but so does Aizen. And so this has Mivako just nailed the strategy here by opting to go for the two-stopper. Because look, he's just going to be getting away from the pack now, and when they all pit, he's going to be ahead of Aizen.
That is what I was saying. So he's doing all right. Going for the softest tires and putting up more speed. Already 1 second in front of Aizen with one tires.
Yeah, we've had an accident in the back. Passassin spinning around. Scar Logan going for a move on F1 Richie, and he makes that one stick into turn 1. In the back, though, still fighting this little group here between Baker, Krago, End of the World, and even further back, it's a big battle. Oh, we're seeing end plates fly. Who was that? I'm not sure whose car. Maybe that was just one of the bollards, but we saw some debris tumbling across the track. Oh, look in the back there. Catastrophic trying to go for a move on a Stunik, but a Stunik just edging him out. And I think it was Catastrophic's end plate that we saw. It was brightly colored, and he's missing an end plate. Maybe that wasn't a move. Maybe that was just lack of downforce then for the Racing Point. Extreme Pascal. D-Mord's fighting.
There's a lot of fights at the moment. Yes, D-Mord is into extreme. He is now going for the inside on the back straight. Is he? Yeah, on his.
Yeah, getting some fighting in the rear, and we're getting some fighting in the front as well. Scar Logan now going for a move on Aizen. And he makes that one stick. So Aizen dropping down to 3rd. Now that's still 12 positions further up the grid than he started. So I'm sure he's quite pleased with that.
OPF Richie is getting overtaken by Joseph Cozy at the moment.
Yeah, just behind them, and Cozy with DRS. That's an easy move for him. Aizen not able to answer into turn 1. Behind them still more fighting as oh, look at that. Bakker, the deck going at it. Bakker just really weaving his car through the traffic, threading the needle there, and he's ahead of the deck. But the deck's gotten back ahead of him. I think he got wheel spin coming out of that corner. Right behind them, End of the World with a move on Krago. Big lock up there as he goes into that corner. But they're still fighting. Oh, don't touch. Watch out, as it's so tight on that section of the track. Krago having to back out of it. And these guys, oh, another big lockup. So End of the World really struggling with his tire wear right now.
It's more like struggling with his brakes.
Oh no, but they're new tires. Oh, and look at that, Krago going deep. So I think he's just struggling to get them up to temperature. And just lockup after lockup. Now Krago's going to go back at it down the straight. Is he going to try to lunge one? No, he's not going to. And they're going to be heading around for another lap now. And, oh, Krago is going to try to stick it around the outside. There's a little bit more grip there. Oh, what's that happening in front? That's Hartman and Bakker going at it. Excellent job at saving it. And Bakker gets ahead of him, and he's up into 7th place.
He's still on Baker. Even with that little moment there, he is still at the
Aizen and
back of
Cozy going at it,
Baker.
starting to erupt into turn one. Cozy trying to make it stick. Aizen stays in third as he just gets a little bit more traction around the outside. Behind them, no moment of rest as End of the World goes around the deck. Krago now goes around the deck as those hard tires not working for the racing point. Nearly touching there. You saw those wheels coming so close, but actually the deck looks like he's going to be able to out-traction him down the straight and down the inside of that turn. He holds his car. These guys not giving an inch here. It's excellent racing up and down the field. We have a yellow flag. Who is that? That's Chilmo, and he's out of the race.
Oh
And
my
he's in that
goodness.
barrier there, and I think he's just lost it because that car is facing the wrong way, and we got a VSC. And oh my goodness, can you take us through what just happened in those last couple of laps?
There's no time for a breather right now, but really unusual sector there. I don't know what's happening. Maybe he just spun and finds himself ending up in the barrier. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that curb on the exit of what turn was that he spun on? I think that was turn 6. Either he spun in turn 6 or on the exit of turn 7. So and then yeah, car just facing the wrong way. They're back under green here. Oh, Aizen's gonna pit. Unfortunately for him, it was right as the VSC finish. And so he's not going to benefit from a shorter pit stop. Mivako as well, though, pitting to go on the medium compound tires. And so he's going to be dropping down the grid.
Second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's not what you want to see at this stage in the race, especially when the battles are so close. The deck, so that promotes the deck back up into 7. That promotes Scar Logan to the net lead of the race. And I think he can take these medium tires until the end. He started on the softs, didn't he? Oh, no, he's not able to take the medium. So I think Scar Logan is going to have another stint on the softs at the end.
I think he would go for the medium.
Yeah, another guy who still has to pit, but is running very strong right now. It's Cozy in second place, 6-lap-old soft tires on that Red Bull. So he's gonna have to start thinking about pitting in the next lap or two, maybe 3 laps at most, because these guys aren't gonna last longer than 9 laps here from Fresh, and he's right on the tail of Scar Logan.
Well, Joseph Cozy, he just had his pit stop six laps ago. We should look for Richie. He's on still on his hard compound tire, 2.7 seconds behind the top 2. So it would be really interesting what he's going for his second stint, because it is confirmed that he is usually a one-stop strategy.
Absolutely. In the back there, Hartman got past, but he dove into the pit lane. Demort and the deck having a bit of a scrap here. And that ends with Demort staying in 6th place behind his teammate. In the front, Cozy not able to close in that gap. I think running maybe just a little bit more downforce than Scar Logan is costing him down the straights. And thankfully for our lungs, it seems like everything's kind of calmed down just a bit as the second wave of pit stops is happening. I'm sure you've seen those cars dive in there on the mini map and on the little scoreboard on the left there. Almost everybody on their final set of tires now, except for F1 Richie and the deck, who still have not pitted off of that initial tire that they started on. So how much longer do you think they got in that hard tire?
I think he's trying to keep.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Here comes Cozy on the inside of Scar Logan, and side by side into turn 14. Who is it going to be on the exit? It's going to be Scar Logan. He just gets better acceleration, and he's going to get DRS as well. And so Cozy getting past just a little bit too early, and it's going to let Scar Logan get DRS on him and accelerate down the main straight, and that's going to ruin his chance at passing him here. But he's going to have another DRS zone coming up, and is he going to be able to get close enough here? He's got to use overtake. He's got to use rich mix. He's not going to be close enough making, but I'm looking at that overtake bar on his steering wheel. He's not being very liberal in his use of battery. He's really saving that. So Cozy, despite running in second, we're seeing some very solid energy management. He's got about half his battery left. And and what about Scarlogan? Scarlogan's got a little bit more than that. So both of these guys showing very, very good restraint here, despite fighting for the lead of this race. They know that there's still a lot of laps to go, and they know that they have to pit again, and that means that they're going to have a lot of fighting to do in the last couple of laps, and they need all of the battery that they can get. We have a yellow flag as Joe Dimas in Sector 2.
So he's far out, but it looks like he don't have any damage on his front wings there.
So Cozy is gonna give it another go. He's gonna get DRS down the straight. Here, F1 Richie, yeah, you don't want that. Time penalties this late in the race is going to start affecting the season. Oh, Cozy's going to dive in the pits. So Cozy, he could have had DRS down the straight there, but then he would have had to battle against Scarlogan for the entire lap. So he's just going to say, you know what? No, I'm going for the undercut. And in the pits goes Cozy. He's going to go on the medium tires all the way to the end. And what this means that when Scarlogan pits, he's going to be on the soft tires until the end. And if he pits, that is, because you can just barely drag the medium tires out here. But I think Scarlogan, with battling for first, he's not going to be in a position to do that. Joseph Cozy's going to slot back in here in 9th. And it picked a nice little gap there. He's got a bit of a clean air in front, some clean air in the back, and now it's just about getting those tires up to temperature.
Yeah, a little update to Zodimus in the Mercedes. He's carrying on with end plate damage on his front wing there, but he's doing alright for the time being.
Getting himself up into P3, and a good race from End of the World there, who really has started to impress since joining the ISRL Tier 3. Yeah, with only a couple seasons, not seasons, but races left. He's not looking to win any championships, but he's still 62 points and can easily get himself up into the top 10 if he can get some solid results from now until the end of the season. At the very least, 12 or 13th. There's a couple of drivers in the further back in the championship standing, separated by just 4 or 5 points, and End of the World is one of them.
I would like to see how the standings are at the moment, because Richie is still sitting in the top 3 with his hard tires, and it looks like he got a good pace at the moment. They can keep his Ferrari in front of the world by 3.3 seconds.
For F1 Richie, what he needs to worry about is time penalties. We've seen him pick up 1 or 2. He's got a bit of a gap to the car behind. He's got 3 seconds End of the World, so that's 1 penalty covered. And if it is just my mind playing tricks on me, and he hasn't had more than 1, then I think he's good, but it's very, very tight, that gap, just above 3 seconds. So F1 Richie needs to step it up if he does not want to lose any positions.
I actually have the...
Mivako getting close to Demorts.
Richie actually got only a 3-second time penalty the moment, but he got a couple of warnings as well.
So F1 Richie, basically what you're telling me is that he has to be careful so he doesn't pick up another one, because he's just barely keeping End of the World out of that 3-second range. Scarlogan cruising nicely out front, and I'm just going to do some quick maths here. And by quick maths, I mean I'm going to switch this to gap to leader. And it looks like Cozy 21 seconds behind. So that undercut is working for Cozy. He's picked up 3 or 4 seconds. And we have a yellow flag. And that's a Stunik who's spun coming out of 12. And that's another car getting victimized by that inside curb, I think. Oh, that was a bit sketchy, as he had to stop, get out of Catastrophic's way. He's got no front wing. That's definitely going to affect his race. End of the world in the pits. He's going to be dropping back. He just came back out on the mediums now, so he slotted back into 10th, about 32 seconds from the leader. So Scar Logan's now. Scar Logan's now. I forgot a word there. Scar Logan pits now. He's coming out. I would say either right behind Aizen or right behind Cozy.
Yeah, that's possible, but we have actually a fight for the last podium spot between Mivako, D-Mods, and Krago.
Yeah, and F1 Richie is going to be how do you say, having to pit, because I don't think those hard tires can last to the end, and plus he started on them. And I think Ix having some more problems down in Sector 2. So Mivako basically has nailed the strategy. He can go to the end. F1 Richie is going to have to pit. Scar Logan's going to have to pit. That was going to promote Mivako up into P1. And Cozy, who's down into P8, has a lot of overtaking to do because everyone ahead of him can stay on those tires until the end, except for our 2 leaders that I just mentioned. So if you're Cozy, what do you do at this point? You saved up your ERS. Do you push all out until the end, hope for the best, or do you think you just take it easy for just a couple more laps and see how things unfold before you really commit to it?
His tires are 2 laps old. He should keep pushing because he got the pace limit to get into the top 3 right now. So you have to push the hell out of his car there. F1 Richie is still doing alright with his worn hard tires, sitting behind Scalo with like 6.5 seconds, but doing a favor for himself because Mivako, Demos, and Krago are getting close, really close now.
Yeah, I'm running on board with the man in second place, and I'm just gonna shrink our little menu there so we can see that tire better, because that front left is usually what dies first here in Bahrain. There's some very high load corners. Of course, I mean, this one is minimal, and I think he's angling himself for the pit. Yeah, there you go. So we can see the grain, we can see the wear on that front left, just barely getting it slowed down. And there's, of course, turn 12, and as well as turn that puts a lot of wear on your tires. And yes, Scar Logan in the pits, and he's going to get a front wing change or maybe a front wing adjustment. He's going to come out behind F1 Richie. And so Scar Logan coming out in 9th place, and so the man we saw lead most of this race is now just inside the top 10. Actually, he's just in 10th as End of the World gets past him as well, and so that's a costly front wing change for Scar Logan. And I'm not sure if there was damage there. Maybe he's been struggling with damage all race, which is why he hasn't been breaking away from Mivako. But now it promotes Mivako into first, D-Morse just outside of his DRS range, just literally a second behind in second place, so he's not going to get DRS. Krago in third, Assassin fourth, Cozy in fifth position, and so Cozy looking super strong in the top 5. And what do you think about his weekend so far? He's had a tough start to the season, but these last couple of races, we've just really seen him find his groove, and this is the culmination of that, as he's riding happily in the top 5, and still looking to close up on Assassin, who, can I just mention, amazing recovery since breaking that front wing under safety car and then spinning after it too.
He's doing an amazing job, and to see that D-Mods, Krago, and Possession are all driving on worn tires. So Mivako got a huge advantage right now to even get more points on his name there. But Joseph Cozy, I see him on second, third place at the end of the race, because he gets much faster lead than the guys in front of him.
I mean, I can't help but agree with you there, but Cozy getting close to Assassin here. He's half a second behind now, or actually a little closer than that. As D-Morse, who was half a second behind Mivako nearly, is now 1.1 seconds behind, so he's going to miss out. Oh, big lock up there from Assassin, as we just saw the smoke going over Cozy's car. And not what you want to see on the hards here. Not a lot of laps to go. You don't want to start semi-flat spotting your tires now. Ix back in the pits, so Ix, after such a strong start to the race, is not had the weekend he wants to have. And I'm sure he just wishes it was over at this point. He's got 7 laps to endure still, and that Alfa Romeo.
It is one of the crucial things to have to change your strategy in Bahrain. If you crash or damage the first couple of laps, you have to change the strategy, and this is really, really hard to fit in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's because you have to commit to that strategy so early in the race. A safety car coming out right after you've pitted, or an incident that forces you off your strategy, as Cozy gets past Assassin, is really just going to put a hamper in your race, because you kind of, it's the good strategy in Bahrain is quick. A less than optimal strategy usually involves an extra pit stop, and you'd never want that. Assassin, gonna try to get that position back. He's sticking close to Cozy.
I don't think it's advantage. Cozy is now trying to get from Crago, but is to do it in 6 laps, and he got 8 seconds to gain. So let's see what he is doing. How can he manage his 5 lap old medium tires?
Yeah, Bakker getting close to his teammate, isn't he? And looking for him to get a top 6 finish, maybe, in his first race. If he can just get past Aizen cleanly. And that's a good way to start your ISRL championship, I guess. There's only 4 races left if you count this one, so 3 after here. But you know, you kind of want to take that momentum, swing it into season 4. That's going to be starting in January, most likely. Final dates to come, but yeah, it's always good to finish on a high note, especially when you've just joined the league. It gives you really some good confidence heading into a fresh season, and that's always what you want to have. You want to have faith in yourself, faith in your car, and you know, just the more confidence you have, the better you drive usually.
I mean, it is nice to have a seat in your bag where you can be sure that it is really competitive, most likely there. But now, Assassin is not giving up, he's staying 6th.
Oh, I think Bakker's made a bit of a mistake, as F1 Rishi goes down the inside of him. He's lost a lot of grounds to Aizen, and now there's a Ferrari between the two of them, and behind him, Scarlogan. So Bakker, it looked like he was going to get a top 6 finish now. Now it's looking more like 8th or 9th place, as really F1 Rishi and Scarlogan rapidly caught up to him.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have my eye on Cozy and Assassin. He's really not giving up. His 1 tires, he can still keep up with Cozy's speed there. Really amazing. He's playing really defensive now.
Yeah, and Assassin is going to get DRS down the straight on Cozy. Oh, Cozy gets a warning. No, not a warning, sorry, but a penalty. And so that's going to not only hurt him, but Assassin's going to get past him. And behind them, look at that. As Assassin swerves back in front of Cozy. Behind them, F1 Richie getting past Aizen, and Scarlogan getting past Bakker. And now, so F1 Richie up into 6th place, and that's not going to help him against Mivako, as Mivako's out in front in P1 and looking set to wrap this championship. As I think...
Yeah, Mivako is sitting really comfortable in P1 there, so nobody can really closing into him.
And now I'm just going to pull out my phone here. I want to do some quick live calculations. So you can get 40 points for a first place finish, plus 4 points if you get the fastest lap. And there's 3 races left after this one for a total of 100 and 30. Oh, but there's 4 races left now because we haven't counted these points. Isn't there, huh? Oh, what am I doing?
How is Mivako doing if he is having the win here in Bahrain tonight? So, why I'm always
sorry,
saying
100.
tonight?
Yeah, so 164 points up for grabs, and after going into this race, Mivako had a 115 point lead, which means that if he gets 40 points today, he's up to 309. F1 Rishi's in 6th place, which is going to be... I'm just doing these calculations on the fly here, because I want to see if Mivako is going to be clinching this championship here. And so F1 Richie, who's in... Oh, he's down in 7th now, as I was looking at the battle right ahead of him. So F1 Richie's at 284, and he's going to be getting, in 7th place, 16 points. So that's 300... 439, 139. Yeah, I think Mivako is going to be clinching this championship if he can win this race by just 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, I mean overall, how many wins he got from this season? 4 or 5 already. So he's really doing an amazing season, really consistent, really fast, always in the top spots throughout the season. It is really hard to keep your momentum and pace over a long season like that. So he is doing really amazing. He would be really good fitting into GP.
Yeah, Mivako though, yeah, what can I say? That it's been a textbook season for him, and I'm sure he's quite happy. Is that Cozy now goes for a move? Oh, no. And Ix has DNF'd, I think, coming out of turn. That looks to be turn 8. And Cozy, yeah, getting past Scar Logan now into P4. And
I mean, he was in P4, but Scarlo is now closing into Cozy because he got fresher soft tires. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is true, and Scar Logan's going to be putting all kinds of pressure here with 2 laps left. Passas and his teammate right behind him. F1 Richie right behind him, and now in the final laps of this Bahrain Grand Prix, we had a little bit of a dull moment. Well, not dull, I would say. It was still some good racing, but less chaotic moment. Where we got to catch our breaths, and now with just 2 laps to go, Cozy getting a big moment there. With just 2 laps to go, it's all coming together here. All these guys on various strategies getting together on these final few laps, and we're going to get some good action here to close out this race. And it's Cozy in 4th, it's ISRL Scar Logan in 5th, and that's a Sunic out of the session, I think, in the pit lane. Or is that...
Sector 3.
I think it's down the main straight.
He's
hit that wall. Yeah. He's hit that inside wall, so maybe getting together with Bembo, because that was the Williams near him. And that's it out of the race with two laps to go for Asunic. And what's happening here? Oh, having to avoid that car is Scar Logan. That almost went so wrong. There's a car parked, but the game doesn't bring out a safety car in the final 2 laps of this race. And Scar Logan having to do big evasive maneuvers there not to hit the stranded AlphaTauri. And Cozy coming off worse as he's down in 5th place. And now he's going to have to fend off from F1 Richie behind him. And just behind them, Bakker, who's eager to... pounce on any mistake, but F1 Richie with the soft tires is going to be getting himself up into P5, it looks like, if he can get past Cozy.
I had my eyes back there, so Bakker had he was leaving the entire track to avoid a possible collision with the parked car there. So in which he is the big winner out of that. He's close to Joseph Cozy now to get 5th place, and because he is trying to get every point he can get now.
Yeah, and if he can get himself up somehow into 4th place, I think he might just be able to keep his championship hope alive, but just barely. I'm gonna have to Yeah, I think just barely. If
In the meantime, Mivako is over 5 seconds away from everyone, so he set sail now. But he's
yeah,
running out of fuel, so that's the problem what
no,
you
I think
mentioned
I think
before, fuel.
it's going to be over either way for Mivako. I think he's going to be able to wrap this up here. But yeah, last lap of the race, and oh, happy days! I'm gonna have to be able to take a breather very soon, as this has been nothing but chaos. But it's all the good kinds. We haven't seen too many wrecks. We've seen 3 DNFs here. The 2 AlphaTauris just with a horrid weekend, and lots of close racing, lots of great battling, and in the end, it's gonna be
And a quick reminder for all the viewers here today. We have still tier 2 and tier 1 going on after that one, so you shouldn't be so exhausted right now because you have to drive later today.
Absolutely. But around the final corners, he's coming, and Mivako is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix, and with it, he's going to become your ISRL Tier 3 champion. And
Congratulations, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
congratulations to him as he wraps up that championship battle. And we're going to have to double check all the points. But with a 130-point gap with 3 races to go, it seems to be mathematically assured. And down the order they go. It's going to be Demorts from Krago, from Scar Logan, from Passassin, from Azen, Bacher, Joseph Cozy and End of the World rounding out your top 10 as they shuffle down with penalties. And the 2 Haas's with a 4th and 5th, and Possassin is going to be very pleased with that after we saw him having that incident earlier in the race under safety car and recovering to a 5th place finish. F1 Rinchi in 6th. Unfortunately, that's not enough for him to secure or to extend that championship battle, but it does help solidify his lead in 2nd over Azen, who's finished right behind him. And
A good was result from Crago as well for his last podium place. He managed to keep his tires for 22 laps. Also, D-modes, nice finish. We absolutely deserved from those drivers. So let's keep them in here.
yeah, absolutely. If you could just add them to the chat, well, I'll run you down the order. We'll just get those invites sent out. And
Yeah, I will do it right now.
there you go. In the Ferrari, your driver of the day. And yeah, here's your podium, Mifako, your new ISRL Season 3 Tier 3 champion. Finally clinching that championship with just on the 4th last race. So we got 3 races to go here, and that's all in the fight for 2nd as F1 Rinchi, Azen, and Catastrophic are very close together. Stunik, not the race he wanted. That's not going to help his hopes of getting himself back up into that fight for 2nd and 3rd. And yeah, what can I say? Wow, what a race. I'm sure you have your highlights, your favorite moments, your driver of the day maybe. Who do you think deserves that shout out here?
I think yeah, we could.
Yeah, my personal, I'm going to have to go with Krago. Lots of overtakes for him, getting himself up into the top of the charts. They're starting at the back and onto the podium. So I just think that's absolutely wonderful for him. And here we got, I think, is that Mivako in the party here? Mivako, can you hear us? Hello. How are you? You've won the race. I'm not sure if you could hear it on the stream, but you've won the championship too.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah. So with 3 races to go, the most points your teammates can get is 124. You have at least 130 points ahead of him. So that's it. Tier 3 champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Feel
Holy
right now?
shit. Great, I didn't notice that I won the championship. I thought I just won the race, but I won the championship, so I'm feeling great.
Yeah, so you scored just enough points over F1 to tie that one here, so you can go into the last couple races with a little bit less pressure. Might make it easier to win out the season, but in Bahrain, that strategy is really what I think got you that win. What was your plan going into this race?
My plan, I did a practice race and I noticed that soft medium is probably the best way to go if you don't want to take any risk that you slip or spin. So I just take the soft medium strategy and give it everything. But I need to say, at the restart of the first safety car, I did some stupid moves with my fresh soft, so that I'm not proud of, but it happened. So sorry to the guys that I may have crashed, but
I think it's worked out rather well for you, as you got yourself back out in the front. You had way more pace and carving your way through the field. Were you worried at all during the race that you weren't going to be able to get back out in front?
Yeah, I think by the virtual safety car, I was guessing to if I go into the pits or stay out, and I just when the virtual safety car ends, I entered the pit lane and I overspeed, so I have 5 seconds penalty, and I thought, yes, this is it. It's going to be P5, P4, but my pace on the mediums were really good. I'm passing some people very fast, so I'm glad I did the strategy.
Well, listen, it's been a wonderful race for you, a wonderful season, yeah, do you have any last words? You're the new Tier 3 champion. Anything you just want to say?
To all Tier 3 drivers, these guys are awesome, very clean, very good, and I think this is probably the best tier that I have raced in. So I'm very glad that I can be that I can be a part of your ISRL league, and with Tier 3 these guys are awesome, so really happy, really happy.
Well, listen, man, congratulations, Chris. Was there anything you wanted to ask?
Yeah, congratulations, Miraco. Nice season.
Thank you.
Really competitive, consistent throughout the season by 18 races. So, but a little question: how was your soft tires doing from the start to your first pit stop there?
My soft tires at the start were pretty fine. I found immediately the pace. I saved some battery, I saved some fuel, but the second stint on the soft was really fast. I didn't notice any problems of losing grip or so. So I'm really glad I did the soft medium strategy.
Oh, you did really good. It was looked like with your soft tires from the qualifying, you were struggling just a bit at the start of the race with like tire wear, but in the end, really consistent driving. So that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've grown accustomed to seeing him out in the front of the field in Tier 3 this season. But once again, congratulations, and I hope you'll enjoy the rest of your day a little bit more knowing that.
We are evening in Belgium, so it's around.
Oh, there you go, yeah, so you're going to be going to sleep, I think, smiling until tonight. And
Indeed.
Yeah, to everybody who's joined in, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, it's been a crazy race. It's been a fun race. We got 2 more races here today. Tier 2 starting in just over half an hour. Tier 1 after that. And don't go anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more racing. Like our social media page. We're active a little bit everywhere, so you can choose your one of your favorite one. We have merch now. Don't forget to look in the description. Thanks to IMB Racewear. So huge thanks to those guys designing us some very cool merchandise, hoodies, esports jersey, racing gloves, t-shirts, and get your own custom number on some of them, your own gamer tag or name of choice. It's super high quality, super cool stuff. So yeah, links in the description for everything I just mentioned, and we'll see you guys in the next Grand Prix in just about over half an hour. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day.